What's going on, Scorpio? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the month of May 2023. So in this reading, Scorpio, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month of May. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more regarding the month of May 2023 for you, Scorpio. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Scorpio, definitely smash that like button and subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that, Scorpio. But without further ado, let's go ahead, jump into this reading and see what wants to come through for you for May 2023. What accent was that? I don't know. Not mine. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this active divination for the sign of Scorpio. Hello. Okay. Thanks. Yes. Okay, Scorpio. Very interesting energy for you for May here. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, some messages from the universe for you for May 2023. First energy you have is collaborative dreaming. And this energy is really linking up with people who share the same vision as you and understanding the power of the mastermind. For me, myself, I would be nowhere today if I didn't have a mastermind group, multiple people putting their thought energy together to manifest a dream. And so for a lot of you, there are new soul contracts entering into your life, or at least I'm getting more so like there's an opportunity for that. There's really an opportunity, like if you were to, some people are going to be coming to you with an offer, but if you were to offer, like there's something about, for a lot of you, you're going to have to initiate something. There's really people that can be in your life for a long time. I'm getting this, Scorpio. There's really, because you have the Two of Cups here as your opportunity. The Two of Cups here as your opportunity. So it's all about, there's something about people, even new people here for you that are going to initiate a relationship with you, a win-win scenario, and understand the power of the mastermind principle here, Scorpio. When two minds come together, they create a third mind. And so I'm actually in the Dominican Republic right now. And I'm traveling with my best friend, Chris. My best friend, Chris, he's a Sagittarius, but when we hang out together, it's almost like there's a third mind that gets created that I can draw inspiration from. So he helps me in ways that he doesn't even know. I do the same thing with him. Same thing with you in terms of, like, some of you may not understand the benefit to just being around other people. Okay, so this could be being around people who have the same mission as you. You will... Thoughts, sorry to get all metaphysical, or not sorry for some of you. Thoughts are basically this electromagnetic thing that does not exist in your head, right? Your brain, Scorpio, is a transmitter and a receiver of thought energy. Thoughts do not exist in the brain. They exist outside in the ethers, and your brain is just a receptor for that. Very few people would refute that fact now. So if you understand the power of that, I'm getting chills as I'm saying this, and you understand the power of the mastermind, your life can completely be amplified to whatever success that you want through the mastermind. And that's what's happening here for a lot of you. So don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to get, rejected in negotiating, or not negotiating. What's the word that I'm looking for? Networking. Don't be afraid to network, okay? Because there are good people around you here. You also have release the dark wound and let love live. So for a lot of you, this has to do with releasing perfectionism about whatever area of your life here, Scorpio. So don't be afraid to take action because it's not perfect in whatever it is we want to do. For a lot of you here, this has to do with the people. This has to do with collaborative dreaming. This has to do with, they're not going to like me because I don't have these credentials, or blah, 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 or I look this way, or it can be in a million things. This is really about letting go of perfection, and just perfection is something that happens through mess, is the way I look at it. Perfection is death. Perfection doesn't exist. And so there's some sort of dark wound that is holding you back from, hey, I want to meet this person. Hey, I want to do this with, just like, forget about perfectionism. We came into this life to get messy. It's not going to be perfect. There never is going to be a perfect time for you to start. It's just what I'm getting. Okay, yeah. Now you also have focus on the light this month. What this is telling me, there's going to be a ton of success coming your way, Scorpio, in May in some sort of way, whether it's relational success. A lot of you are going to get more money, something. Focus on the light is really reminding yourself why you started. And this is really going to help you, Scorpio, throughout the whole month of May, I promise you. When you get lost in some sort of project or some sort of collaborative dreaming or some sort of thing that you desire, instead of getting lost in the surface level of the success that you're going to receive, remind yourself why you started in the first place. Remind yourself of there's some sort of purity of some sort of pure intention that you have that you need to constantly circle back to. Circle back to it, okay? Because sometimes, for example, on this YouTube channel, there's a myriad of issues that can get in the way of me doing a reading. There's a million reasons why I can't show up for work, or there's a million reasons why I should invalidate what I'm doing here. But when I circle back to the initial journey of me being, of me just kind of being that lost soul who needed something bigger than myself to elevate me. When you're doing this, I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. When you're doing this collaborative dreaming, remember it's not just about, how do me and these people react? Are they going to be loyal to me? Am I going to be loyal to them? No, there's a plan. The whole universe is using you as a vehicle. It's bigger than you. So when we're talking about focus on the light here, Scorpio, in May 2023, don't worry about perfectionist details. Oh my God, I was in a conversation with this person who I'm in a mastermind with, and I couldn't believe I said that wrong thing. I can't believe, or what is his truth? It's like, focus on the light, because you are going to be getting a lot of success. For those of you, we're going to see in a minute. Now you have the Two of Cups here, Scorpio, as your opportunity, and this is really that collaborative dreaming. For a lot of you, there is a new love relationship that's an opportunity for you if you're single, that can come in for you. A lot of you, this has to do with more so other contacts, business contacts, new friendships, or once again, I'm getting like intentional community as an example. Like if you don't believe in some of the policies that this matrix makes people do, this is really going to be, for a lot of you, this is going to be the start of the new earth, where you realize, okay, like we can't keep doing it in this old system. For me, that's something I struggle with, because I know that I want to have children. I know, Scorpio, for me, that I want to have a lot of children. Okay, this is something that's hit me recently. Like I want to have a big family with a lot of children. And the thing that I'm running, because it's going to be relevant for you, the thing that I'm running into is like, well, do I put them through public education or not? Because on the one hand, the public education system screwed me up, but on the other hand, it's a great place for people to connect and to kind of like figure their way out through society. And so that could be a theme that you're dealing with. Well, do I just go live in an intentional community, or do I do this where I'm at right now? These are the themes that you may be doing, or someone may come in to inspire you to think that way. Now you have the sun in your challenge. I think you had the sun in your challenge recently. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the sun in your challenge here, Scorpio, is there's something here that may not be clear to you, Okay, and I really feel like there's a deeper truth that you're searching for. This could even have to do with meaning. I'm getting meaning. Human beings are like meaning generating machines. The gift that God has given to all of us, or the gift that the universe has given to all of us, is that the universe has no built-in meaning. Humans always give meaning to things. And so with the sun being in your challenge, you know, what is the meaning of your life? And it's up to you to define that. And so there could be an unclear thing about that. Well, you know, like defining your own personal mission statement, defining your own personal quest. Now, others of you, it's more simple as you're not sure if this new collaborative project with other people is going to make you happy or not. Now, there also could be this thing about, for those of you that are searching for truth in some sort of way, digging up some sort of data, because I am getting that, because that's what you always do, Scorpio. But for some of you, there's really something that you're looking into, or there's some sort of thing that you're investigating in May, and what it's going to be different areas for different Scorpios, that like as much as you investigate, it's still not clear to you. And that could be whatever. If you're investigating something and it's not giving you clear data, there's a deeper reason for that, but I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. Others of you just might not feel happy this month. I'm going to be honest. There could be an element of depression here. And that's why you need the collaborative dreaming, Scorpio. There's something here about a lot of you are going to feel a little bit depressed. A lot of you are going to this is really what it is. Like, you're going to ask yourself the question, like, if I die today, is anyone really going to care? Like, you know, they're going to have the funeral, but, you know, people will just go on living their life. Now, I don't think you want that. What I'm getting from this, Scorpio, is there, you know, we always hear people say what? You know, oh, if you die today, people will care, but you know what? Life goes on and no one cares about you. And people can view that as freeing, actually. You know, people could say, like, okay, well, if I die and no one cares, then that gives me freedom to live my life the way that I want. But what I'm picking up on from this, what I'm getting for you, is that ain't gonna make you happy. Like, so the reason why the Two of Cups is in your opportunity, and also the collaborative dreaming, you need to create a system to where when you die, there's going to be a statue of your body outside of a building where people remember you and honor you and your legacy, Scorpio. It's deep. That's what you want. Whether that's just your family or whatever, like, you're on this mission to really be a part of something bigger than yourself, and that's going to make you happy. But maybe for some of you, you don't have that yet. It's deep. It's deep. Now, let's go ahead and get into your overall general energy for this month. There's definitely going to be a lot of new downloads that are coming to you. You have the Fool, you have the Hermit, and you have the Eight of Wands here. You're going to be communicating with Spirit on a level that you have not even imagined. And part of this is battling your depression, by the way. The Fool is a new beginning, the Hermit is going within, and the Eight of Wands is communication. And so for a lot of you here, this is going to manifest in a myriad of ways. We're going to have to clarify in a moment. I don't get it as bad energy. I just get there's a lot of like, wow, we're going into the deep crevice of my soul this month, and it's deep. It's scary, but it's not going to kill me, that type of thing, okay? You also have now, and this is where it gets a little bit dicey, when it comes to what you don't see coming, Scorpio, you have the Four of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords, and you also have the Page of Pentacles here. A lot of you are going to really be hesitant in what you don't see coming. There's going to be an opportunity for you to link yourself up with soul family. The Four of Wands is the card for me of your literal family or your soul family, or it's some sort of like destined soul group, or just a person that you resonate with, for the people who don't go so metaphysical. But because the Nine of Swords is here and the Page of Pentacles is here, a lot of you have been burned so deeply. And this is really where the problem lies for you, Scorpio. A lot of you have been burned, screwed over, left for dead, literally, by people in the past, because that's part of the theme that your soul wanted to explore in this life, even though I probably shouldn't make light of it yet because it's too soon. A lot of you are going to be hesitant to form new relationships and really start a new project with people, whether this is business or whether this is love. I'm getting it could be both or different. A lot of you are really hesitant to start something new because of how bad you've been burned in the past. And a lot of you are really like, you're going through that process of self-love to know there are people out there who can be part of my tribe. There are people out there who are going to be as loyal as me to them. And sometimes you have to go through the bad ones to get to that point. And so I feel like that's what you did. And that's why the Fool and the Hermit is here, it's building on that same theme. So I'm not just going to sit here and arrogantly say, don't let your past hold you back from forming new relationships. No, I've not walked a day in your shoes. That would be stupid for me to tell you that. But what I will tell you is you do need to look at it, to really look at it. Now, when it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the Queen of Pentacles here, Scorpio. The Page of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. There's something in my mind about you being more selective about, this goes back to the collaborative dreaming and focusing on the light. There's something here, Scorpio, in your advice from Spirit about, and it's coming through as a very clear message, the people that you swore allegiance to in the past, or the people that you thought were your soul family, or the people that you thought would be celebrating your death when you die, they screwed you over because they were pretty much like a very immature individual, is what I'm getting. And so you basically, this could be a lesson for you to be more selective with who you allow into your life, but not being totally closed down to where you don't let anyone into your life. There's something about a maturity here. There's something about you can grow with someone that will actually be loyal. The Queen of Pentacles is here in your advice with the Nine of Wands. What I'm getting from this, Scorpio, is if you're 5% more selective with who's going to be on your team, who is going to be those people that actually really give a shit when I die, if you can be that much more selective, then that's what's going to actually give you happiness. Because just because you had some sort of stupid, immature person that burned you in the past doesn't mean that there's not mature people that will help you. But it's up to you to really cultivate that spiritual energy, maybe even visualize that or whatever you need to do that. That's what I'm getting, Scorpio. So with that being said, let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards for you. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Two of Cups is here in your opportunity. Whoa. Sometimes when I'm doing these readings, I feel like Spirit just like grabs my head and like aligns me. It can happen sometimes from time to time. Or I'm just an autistic tweak. Either way, I'm cool. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Well, there is something about building trust slowly. Yeah. So the Two of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Tower, and also the Fool here. So for a lot of you, there's going to be simultaneously an ending to previous relationships that you feel are no longer resonant. Or once again, there's a lot of people around you, and some of you are more dealing with this. For some of you, you're trying to be loyal to people, but they're just not at the same level of consciousness as you, and they never were. And a lot of you are very noble in the fact that you haven't let that held you back from making a connection with people who are not on the same level of consciousness with you. But because the Fool, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands is here, I'm telling you, Scorpio, listen to me when I'm talking to you right now. There's going to be this realization about, okay, we need people that are loyal. We need people that are in my life, but these people or this person ain't it anymore. It ain't it. I'm sorry. And you may feel guilt. You may feel like a dick. You may feel like, well, these people have been loyal to me. That's what this is. For some of you, there's people that are actually good. There are people that are loyal, but they're not going to get you where you want to go. So whether you stay loyal to people that have been loyal to you just for loyalty's sake, even though that's going to keep you stuck in your life and it's not going to propel you forward, or you make the jump and maybe you're a little bit less, maybe you make new connections that you're more loyal to, it's up to you what you want to do, but that's just what I'm getting. Now, for others of you, when it comes to this collaborative dreaming with the new people that are coming into your life, make sure that you build up slowly. You know I'm mad that I moved through life slowly. At least we got to back up. Sorry. But build this relationship slowly with these people. Spirit has just whispered in my head that Mystic, you can keep clarifying these cards all you want until you're blue in the face, but I actually feel what I said in this reading is exactly what you needed to hear for the month of May, and if I add any more, it may complicate things unnecessarily. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. A lot of big choices here. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to read your energy. I love your energy though, Scorpio. So I love you. Talk to you next time.